Back. Well, at least I'm back. So we are here at the Dominican Film Festival in New York. I am here with the director of 1.5 million, Mr. Gregory Hernandez.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. And so, if you haven't caught Greg's promo, he did promote the festival on Instagram by going to United Palace and saying, "Here we are, aquí estamos. Come see my movie." So it's pretty good. Um, oh, he's also a festival judge. Let's not forget that too.
Yeah.
So, in case you submitted your movie, here it is. So there's that. So Greg, what made you tackle on a documentary about literacy in the Bronx?
Easy answer. I'm a masochist.
Come on.
No,
Mm,
so I'm from the Bronx, and 2016
mhm.
we received the news that the Barnes and Noble was going to close.
Aw.
So that would leave the borough without a single bookstore, make the Bronx the only borough in New York City without a single bookstore.
Mhm,
And that same year, I heard of the news of Noel Santos, who wanted to open
mhm.
a bookstore in the Bronx. So I thought, okay, here we have a divergence of the chain stores, but now we have the indies. So here's the story. This is worth making a film.
Interesting. So, Noel, where did he actually want to do it? In the North, South, West, or East Bronx?
Initially, Noel, she wanted to bring the bookstore to Soundview. And then I think through just market research, settled on, or decided, I should say, on Port Morris.
Okay, all right. So is that the one that's Lip Bar now?
The Lip Bar, that's right. Bookstore and wine bar.
Okay, that's actually interesting. So, hmm. So, wow. So that was the origin of the Lip Bar. I never knew that.
Yep.
I just knew it just popped up, it sprang up, and it was pretty awesome.
It took 2016, she announced, and then from 2017, she had a crowdfunding campaign that raised
Mhm.
over $154,000. Wow. And from that point on to 2018, and then opened in 2019, April, I think Independence Bookstore Day, that was the
Mhm.
grand opening, April 19th, 2019.
Wow. So from that point on, after she did that, when did you start doing the doc?
I started shooting in 2016. So we started
Okay.
shooting some B-roll, getting some stills,
Mhm.
and essentially going around seeing what was up, trying to do my own research, and then seeing if I could actually make this happen. Then 2017, that's when I seriously began production, when I said, we're going to make this into a short documentary. It was going to be on Noel, Ruben Diaz, and Barnes Noble, and see if we can get a teacher involved as well.
Mhm.
And then 2018, that was the explosion, with social media and so many individuals and political activists and just people in the neighborhood, community activists, trying their best to essentially bring about literacy through their own means outside of a bookstore. So little free libraries, book fairs and festivals,
Right.
mobile bookshops, online bookshops, things of that nature, lending libraries, the book vending machines. So there was a myriad of things that exploded in 2018 and 2019. So I was shooting this at the right time.
No, for sure, definitely. I know for the Bronx, it's notoriously difficult to actually get people involved in a lot, whether it's a store opening, whether it's like, hey, I'm doing this for la comunidad.
Mhm.
And they look at you like, really? And then you really have to like sell it. So how hard was it to get people to say like, oh, you know what? I'm doing this about us. What was the hardest pull for that?
Well, the thing is, a filmmaker, the hardest thing is just persevering.
Correct.
And
Absolutely.
luckily, in the Bronx, we have a lot of resilience and perseverance. So, trying to tell people to support my documentary by following or donating or opening your doors, that was pretty easy because people wanted this film to be completed. They wanted to see this film be done, and they opened their doors to us. They said, yes, you can interview me. Yes, you can come document my event, my organization. Yes, you can tell my story. And that's
Right.
effectively what you're doing. Like, you're asking everybody, collaborate with me so I can tell your story.
Correct. So, okay, for those of you who don't know at home or watching this live right now, this is his 12th film festival. So what made you make the Dominican Film Festival in New York number 12?
Well, just after a while, you have your list and you're submitting,
Mhm.
and you're looking at the rules and regulations. You're like, do I think I can get into this one? Do I think I qualify? And then at a certain point,
Mhm.
you're able to submit. We've submitted to about almost 40 festivals.
Right.
So we anticipated about like a 25 to 30% acceptance rate.
Correct.
And I have to say, another judge, Carla Francesca, she said, "You need to submit. Why haven't you submitted?" I was like, "Oh, I didn't think I'd get in." He was like, "Well, then submit." And I'm like, "Okay, then here we are."
No, yeah, yeah. And it's been an interesting year in terms of, for the community and things like that. Uh-huh. So it's interesting to say, how do I explain this to you? So will you continue another festival?
I think we'll see if we can wrap up this year or early next year with some festivals, maybe some more local art house community festivals. There are a few in
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey, because now we screened in New York. We
Mhm.
screened a little bit upstate. We screened in one screening in California. So we want to see if we can wrap up and hopefully get on a streaming platform and
Mhm.
get distributed, and also see if we can do a small theatrical release as well.
Oh yeah. No, do you think because also for the Oscars, for those of you who don't know, the Oscars have two categories: the 40-minute short documentary category, and then you have the longer documentary category of 60 minutes and up. But to do an Oscar campaign for this, are you
Probably,
ready? Are you ready to do that Oscar campaign?
probably not. I would rather see if we can get an interested funder to say, "Hey, let's make this into a docu-series because you have 70 hours of footage
Oh
that you can
wow.
utilize and make this into like a 6-part series." I'd rather go that way than try and continue to push the documentary.
Mhm.
I would only continue to push it toward maybe, again, a streaming platform
Mhm.
or a theatrical release, educational distribution, because we've been
Mhm.
screening in libraries and in
Mm.
schools in the Bronx. So I'd like to continue doing that across the city
Mm.
because we do have a national literacy crisis as well.
Okay, that's true. Well, Greg, thank you for your time and thank you
Thank you
for
for having
being
me.
here. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And make sure you attend the other Dominican Film Festival screenings.
Yes, and there's like and subscribe to the Roman Epic Productions channel. No, he won't. No, he won't. So thank you so much and enjoy. Oh, okay.
I'm from Russia. I don't understand.
Press. Okay, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Good.